Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Before we get started, I see T.I. looking again. Last time he was here, we said that we didn't finish the wall.
Yeah.
And we told the king that the new wall had him on it.
Okay, I see me.
Do you see yourself on the wall?
Yeah, I see me over
Okay,
there.
all right. Just want to make sure.
You know, in 14 years, because, you know, everything on this wall is 14 years of Breakfast Club history, we had to figure out which version of T.I. was going to be on the wall.
I see you got dread, T.I.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right.
How you feeling, though?
I'm cooling it, man. What's up with y'all?
Good.
Can't call it. I be wondering, is Dread T.I. more T.I. Tip or Clifford Harris?
Man, yeah, they're probably more Mr. Harris.
Okay.
Mr. Harris.
Yeah. It's a little evolved and elevated in the consciousness and all.
Okay. So how do you feel with? Because now that the evolved T.I. is also the even more of a father T.I. because not only are you just a father, you have to be a father in the industry because all your kids are in the industry.
Man, damn. Yeah, that's I ain't see that one coming. You know
Really?
what I mean? Nah, I didn't. You know, because, I mean, to be honest with you, when he first said he wanted to rap, you know, like he sucked. So I never.
But did you tell him? Did you tell him you
scored?
Damn it!
Come on. But the thing is, man, I really admire his dedication and commitment to the craft, cause you know I kind of told him, you know, what was wrong about it, and he committed to changing it. You know what I mean? And he's probably one of the most eloquent rappers I know right now.
Yeah, that generation love him.
Yeah,
he dope. What was he getting wrong?
Man, to be honest with you, man, all he was talking about was buying out the ice cream truck for everybody and going to the mall.
He was a kid.
What he supposed to rap about?
Man, something. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna get your ass kicked, man. You know, right now you rapping about a privilege that only you can enjoy. This is something, this is a life only you know about. You should be rapping about the things in your life that you have in common with other people who may not live like you. And then that's when he started like talking about, weekends at a mansion and going to school from his mama house and, you know, just growing up, you know, without a full-time father and, you know, just those types of things. And when he started tapping into the elements of relation, that's when, you know, it started clicking on a different level.
Did you have that when you first started?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you was dope from the beginning?
Well, I mean, not as dope as I am now, but
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what I wanted to talk about. It was always about me not having a pops. It was about my uncle being in prison. It was about, you know, me being forced to go to school when I don't think that's the answer for me. You know what I mean? It was about, you know, how I feel like people in our generation is kind of pushed into the dope game, whether we like it or not. Like, I got demos of me in 93, and I'm rapping about the same shit for real.
You was a teenager then, right?
Yeah, I was 12, 13 years old, yup.
Yeah.
And now your youngest daughter, which is, I'm sure that's the one you got to make sure she's singing, and she's successful. People love her, and I heard that you guys up here, you know, shopping deals and stuff.
Nah, I'm not shopping no deal. She's up here with her mom, like for real. I don't push the industry on none of my kids. I really would love for them to do like Major. He just brought so much joy to my heart when he was like, nah, I don't want no parts of that. I just he said he want to be an author. Like, he want to like write books and do stories and shit. So that was like a relief for me. But Arce is under her mother's tutelage as a singer and a performer, and she just dropped a song with Van Van. Well, Van Van featured Arce on her song, and of course, you know, Van Van is managed by the legendary MC Lyte.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a pleasure to work alongside that team, and Van Van works real hard. She's super dope. You know what I mean? She's a dope ass MC at 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so they got a record, and they went to the Tamron Hall show yesterday. I was just there for support.
So is it a house divided? Is it I don't want my kids in this business, but the queen does?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nah, she definitely Josephine Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I really, man. I really just want the kids to be able to focus on being kids and developing all of the fundamental principles that they need in their life and their character. But she like, yeah, they gonna have that too, but they gonna do some work. And I respect the fact that, you know, she want them to work early. I just know that this game is unforgiving. You feel me? But so far so good, man. You know what I'm saying? King, man, I think King, he trying to get in the ring.
I see him boxing crazy.
He want to be a UFC fighter or some shit. I mean, you know.
When that happened, I missed that one.
Recently, I've been seeing him going hard in the gym.
Hey, man, he always been nice with his hands. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean,
Who
like,
you get that from? His daddy?
I
Or his
mean,
mama?
I think, his mom definitely. I think, I think really it was in his heart at first. Because all we did was turn them on to the principles of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I put all the kids in boxing, Major included, Major, Messiah, Damani. But King was really the one that really wanted to work at it. He was going when we weren't going.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has a love and a passion for it. And to be honest with you, I think, you know, if he decides to dedicate himself to it, it's something that he could thrive in if he took it seriously.
So you used to box?
Nah, well, not
Professional
training gyms.
Okay.
For cardio.
I definitely I boxed for survival. But I've never played any organized anything. I ain't never did nothing but ride bikes and sell dope all my life.
You never played basketball?
Nothing.
Baseball?
Any
Football?
of it. You find me in a uniform taking a picture for a team, man. I give you my Tesla Cybertruck.
Damn it, man.
That's impressive, because not to bring up old stuff, but there was a former champion of the world, one of the greatest boxers ever, who quoted, he's quoted as saying, "God damn, T.I. was fast." When you,
This guy's crazy.
I remember him saying that.
Man.
He quoted, he said, "God damn, T.I. was fast."
Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this. I think that, you know, in our youth, you know what I'm saying, we find ourselves in situations that, you know, sometimes it's more metaphysical than physical. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your mind and your heart get you through situations that your physical, you never really knew you had the capabilities of. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I would never step in the ring. You don't kick with a karate man, and you don't box with a boxer. Right. You hear me? You know,
You tried, though.
Nah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That was on the street, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not finna be bound and restricted by no rules and regulations.
Word.
You feel what I'm saying? We throwing chairs and napkin holders,
Forks,
you know what I'm
knives,
saying? Everything.
What about this business? You know, because you've been in it for so long. It's been 25 now?
Man, so let's see, 23.
23?
Yeah.
What about this business would you not want your kid? What about it makes you not want your kids to be in?
It's the treachery. It's the treachery, the betrayal, the deceit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the fact that my kids, man, they all expect they expect great things from the world because they were raised around honest and righteous people. You know what I'm saying? They were raised around people that meant the best for them, you know, and the world ain't that. The world just ain't that. So I know that when they walk out the house, they expect what they was raised around, the people that they were raised, the integrity and the principles that come from the people they were raised around, and that's not what's out there in the world. So I feel like they already at a disadvantage.
You never thought about, I don't even know if you've done it, like creating your own production and say, you know, I'm going to sign each and every one of them so they have to deal with that. And since you've been through the industry.
You mean working for my children? No, I don't want to work for my children. You know,
it's guiding your children.
Nah,
Would you rather you have
guide
your
them.
kids so you can follow and guide and make sure they do the right contracts, your lawyers, your accountants, and you can control the business with the label? Because the labels ain't necessarily going to try to play
you know,
tip.
I mean, you know what? Check this out. And yes, they will try to play me.
But you
what
know
I'm
the
saying?
game.
You've
been there.
I gotta kick in doors and flip over tables to get my money right. You know what I'm saying? And it's only so many of me. I can only get away with so much for so long. You know what I'm saying? Some of the extremes you have to go through to get your shit together you ain't gonna get away with that shit 2 times and 3 times. You know what I'm saying? They go like, okay, I know I ain't coming this time. You know, but that's not a bad idea. I feel like execution is key. You know what I mean? And the team that you're able to surround yourself with, man, it's not just music, bro. I run like 12, 13 companies. You know what I'm saying? And I have a team of maybe 6, and like 6 of us running 12, 13 companies. You add another motherfucker with more shit on top of that, that shit something gonna fall through the cracks. So it would have to be a hell of a staff. But it's a great idea. I tell you what, how about you come on board, man, and help me figure it out.
I got 6 kids. I got 6 kids already.
Grand Hustle still exists. It ain't like Grand Hustle don't exist.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Grand Hustle's like, we exist, but we're a satellite unit, for the most part. Everybody, kind of, we come in as we need to operate in the capacity that's necessary, but everybody kind of like doing their own thing a little bit.
Coming from the extremes you come from, do you ever want your kids to have just some of that struggle in them? Is that necessary for them to have some of that?
Shit. Well, let King tell it. He came from, he got it out. He got it out the mud, man. I mean, but I do see some of the tenacity in King that I had. You know what I'm saying? Some of the gotta make it no matter what type shit. Like he really pushing like he came at the welfare line. But I do want that for him, but I don't want to be there to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll break my heart to see it, But yeah, I would, you know what I'm saying? Like if I could if I could have fell asleep for about 2-3 years and then woke up, they were like, man, we glad you up, man. We were struggling like a motherfucker, man. God damn. And we ain't ate, I think that would offer them some principles that would benefit them, and I think that, that kind of shit, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of tenacity, that kind of die hard, just resilience. You can't teach that shit.
How much of that is coach's fault, right? Because, hip hop has glorified the ghetto. We've glorified the hood. We made it. It's fly because that's where we came from.
Well, the hood always have. Hey, man, look, man, I don't care, man. As far back as you could go, the most fun, the most excitement has always been where the most danger was.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's always been that way. I mean, man, is it the ghetto fault? Bruh, I don't think so, because it's not intentional. You know what I mean? The ghetto is the way the ghetto is naturally. It's genuine. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody intentionally trying to project no image just because they think it look cool. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker do that shit because, it's out of necessity. You know what I mean? Or out of fucking despair. It's the motherfuckers who want to imitate that they from the ghetto that's doing it just to look cool. You know what I mean? The motherfucker that's in it, they doing it, nigga, because this all they got. You feel me?
But it's so unforgiving, though. Like, just
true.
think about it. Some of the stuff that we did, just imagine if there was cameras back then.
Whew.
You know what I mean? Imagine if people were videotaping us and putting us on social media.
That shit would be amazing.
I'd be
No, it wouldn't be amazing.
Greatest story ever
We'd be in
told.
trouble.
It would be the greatest story. By people who were never there to hear about it.
Because
It would end fast.
the stories that you hear about Tip from back in the day, if you didn't see it or didn't know people who could actually vouch
That's
for
what I'm
it, you
saying.
probably wouldn't believe it. Nigga, you done talk
that
people,
could be a good thing.
and forget the hood. This nigga done talk people off buildings from committing suicide.
Okay, that's the good. That's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
positive
Like,
side.
seriously, like, you
That's
done did out things that you like. He did what now?
Yeah. But I don't want to look. First of all, I'm going to say this, man, and I say this every chance I get, man. The glory goes to God.
Always.
It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a vessel. I'm an instrument. I just happen to be in places with a notion to do things that turned out to be the right thing. Just as well as our places that did shit that turned out to be the wrong shit, but for the right reason. I think that, all of us have greatness in us. All of us have a purpose. all of us are sent here with the capabilities of doing phenomenal things for the world. It's just whether or not we gonna listen to that voice, or whether we gonna listen to the fear and the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you can't do that. Because every time I went, I found myself in an outstanding situation. Every time I found myself in a situation like that, there was always that voice that, man, you can't do that. How we gonna do that? That ain't gonna work. But I had to push past that and go on and do the shit. And on the other side of it, you know, that's where you get the courage and you get the wisdom and the understanding.
I wanted to ask, what did you think about, and without picking a winner, the rap beef, right? And the reason I say it is, did you think it was needed? We've seen it with you and a bunch of people you've been beefing with. We've seen it with Jay and Nas. We've seen it with Fifth and Ja Rule. We've seen it with so many different artists. Do you think it was needed in hip-hop to bring back that competition? Because nobody got hurt. Nobody got, nobody.
Yeah, I don't know about needed. I would say I feel it's inevitable. You know what I mean? I think, man, there can only be multiple juggernauts without a clash for so long. You know what I mean? Eventually, we got to see, you know what I mean, which one of us is gonna walk out the ring. Like Ultimate Warrior style. Like that's the nature of the not just the beast, it's the nature of humanity, to be honest with you. I think that's in the bill. But I think that the bright side is, like you said, nobody got hurt, and we got some phenomenal bars out there.
Definitely did.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, and I think that they handled it way more mature than our generation used to handle it, because our generation was music and being on radio saying, when I see you, it's gonna go down.
Well, T.I. would have pulled up on the person's block and took a picture.
Yeah, you
in front
haven't
of the
beefed
house.
with one rapper that you haven't had some type of altercation with him.
Hey man, look, let's
or somebody in the crew.
Hey, look, let's talk about the bright side. The silver lining is, like you said, it stayed on wax.
Right.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a little more concerned about motherfuckers who don't say anything. I'm a little more concerned with that. But I think that for right now, this shit is a phenomenal sport,
right?
And we've had an opportunity to witness two of the greatest of not just of our time, but the greatest to do it.
Yeah,
two of the greatest to do it. Go at it and exchange blows and shit. I think it's a beautiful time to be alive, to say that we lived through it. You know what I mean?
Another page in this amazing book that is T.I. Every time Drake does get mentioned in a rap beef, somebody
nah, we ain't doing that one.
I'm just saying,
we not doing
it comes
that
up
one.
every time.
I can't do it, bro.
I got you.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you don't know what we what we're talking about,
no, don't bring it up. No, respect the man when
Just go to the old interview.
Yes.
But when I need to ask, were you surprised the other day, Charlamagne, about a week ago, right? You did a freestyle. Or was it on Leakers?
Oh yeah, that
on
Leakers freestyle.
Right?
Yeah,
Charlamagne he got so excited. He up here and he listening to the bars, right?
And that's gonna Tip, one of my favorite rappers.
But the world got excited, and I'm sitting there like,
thank you.
Which I forgot Tip can spit. Like,
yes,
were you surprised that
yeah.
people really forgot that you can rap?
Yeah,
they just thought you were a comedian. I'm like, Tip spits.
I don't know, bro. I think, out of sight, out of mind. You feel me? Yeah, I think, man, cause I be hearing shit. I'm they had these reaction videos where people play it and then they'll react to it. And they're like, man, I'm not expecting much, because when's the last time you heard T.I. drop some shit that was like, oh Lord, when was the last time you heard bars from T.I.? I'm like,
every time.
Where the fuck has this guy been living? It's like these motherfuckers' computers don't work or something. But I mean, and to be honest with you, I didn't plan on going there and doing that. I just, I dropped the record, Long Live OG Clay, me and NBA Youngboy, dropped that record. And of course, I was moving around doing press. Happened to be in LA, and Jess Incredible asked me to come in, to the Leakers, and of course I did. And we all have seen all of the other freestyles and shit. So I was like, in my head, I was like, damn, how I'm gonna tell him I don't want to do it? How I'm gonna tell him I don't? How I'm, when he asked me to do it, how I'm like gonna keep it player and say no, right? And then at the end of the interview, he was like, all right, well, I'll holler at you later. I'm like, damn, this nigga ain't even gonna ask.
Dang. Now you offended.
Wait a fucking minute. Don't you rap in this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah. He's like, oh, you get down like that? I'm like, man, nigga, man, find me some shit, man.
You get down like that. God damn.
Yeah,
Just incredible.
Yeah. So that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's how that came about. It wasn't even nothing intentional for real.
You on the freestyle, you said 21 Savage is like your grandson. Like I can't remember the exact line, but
now that's a term that we have for like me, Savage, my partner Doc, Roques, Dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a group of that hang and we kick it. And you know what I'm saying? Play cards and talk shit at Copper Code. That's just like a term that we've tossed around.
Got you.
Within our little group.
One thing that always goes viral is you talking to 21 and you telling 21, I can't sign you because it's, if I give you $1 million, I'm gonna have to damn near take everything.
Yeah. Because the value of it. I mean, like for instance, right? And I mean, he understands it now, but at the time he didn't want to hear that. He was like, nigga, you got it. Come on, man. And I admire his belief in himself to even come forward and say some shit like that. But it's almost like, okay, let's just say if you go to a place that's being gentrified and the present value of this property is $100,000, but they about to build. They gonna build a Whole Foods,
Starbucks,
you know what I'm saying? And that over the course of these 3-4 years, it could go up to be worth 1.2, 1.3 in about 4-5 years. Is you gonna come and get that $1 million right now for that 100,000? For that property that's only worth 100,000 right now? The business is just not structured for that type of acquisition, and that's what I'm trying to explain.
Right.
Now, if I do come and give you $1 million, it gonna be because I know that it's worth $10 million. And I'm going to take something, and I don't want to do that. I don't want, I don't even want that on my spirit.
Right.
So I just communicate. I communicate to him, and I'm very forthcoming with the intention walking into it.
And I'm sure that's built y'all bond over the years.
Yeah, man. Me, him, Tagoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many of us, bro, that we just had that bond. Well, I don't make no money off him. I don't have no business relationship with him. But we just Wheezy, you know what I'm saying? We just had that kind of relationship because of how we met at the beginning of their career.
You spoke to Thug?
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever seen a case like this?
He coming home. Nah,
got to be, right?
Nobody has.
Yeah.
Nobody has.
What makes you think I believe he's coming home
I
too.
think he's coming home too.
I don't think that the prosecution has successfully proven the case of, him knowingly and willingly participating in an active street gang. I just don't see it. I don't think that the witnesses that they've called thus far have proven what they said that they would prove. And I just don't think that that the grounds of their case have been that have been presented properly. I just ain't seen it.
The sad thing about that all is that's a man that's a father that can't see his kids. He can't make no money while he's in there. All he's doing is spending money because he got to pay for attorneys and all that other stuff. So when he comes home, he almost damn near got to start from zero again and everything that he built to redo.
Don't worry about it. When he come home, we'll get it right. We Jazz. Just get him here. Just get him here. We'll handle the rest.
But I hate the fact that they do that. You know what I mean?
The Thug come home was going from 0 to 100 immediately.
Quick, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm talking about a bank account.
I mean, man, bro, it's already in the bag. All he got to do is touch down. When he touch down, we getting there.
Now, have you made a conscious decision to kind of like stay away from any political conversations?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is that?
Yes, I have. Why? Man, cause it ain't as important to me as it is to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the political conversations that I was having was out of a sheer genuine sense of wanting to do what's right for the community. It wasn't because I wanted to put myself in no position. It wasn't because, I have any aspirations of being a mayor, governor, president, none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. I hold a position I hold without a political presence. But for others, they willing to stoop low to certain levels of treachery that affect me and the people around me in such a way that it just ain't worth it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I can only help them till it hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it just ain't worth it for me. I'm out.
And we talked about it on air. They tried to jam you up over your support for another candidate.
I mean, man,
like when you heard a lot of egregious shit that was coming out.
Yeah. All that shit was, you know what I'm saying?
And she admitted to it.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she did. I won't say her name.
Yeah.
I remember it. Anybody care enough to research it, it's Googleable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, a lot of that stuff that people was, you know, saying about me and then drug my wife into it, it had a whole lot to do with, you know, my support for one political candidate and the opposing political candidate that was running against her, you know, had some supporters that they used as henchmen to come out and kind of, I guess they felt like they were going to remove my ability by, I guess, muddying my name to keep me from being able to support the person that would beat them. And I guess eventually I ended up supporting the person that beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But that was out of shit. I didn't even, like, bruh, I wasn't even interested, and I hadn't even thought about it until they started attacking me. When they started attacking me, it was a fight. It was kind of like when you bag somebody up against a wall.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come out, you know. But at this point, I just want to live my life and, you know, continue to raise my children, do the best I can for me and my family, and, you know, just humbly allow the people around me to continue to flourish. I ain't tripping. If y'all want to, whatever y'all want to do politically, y'all go on and do it. Mm-hmm. Y'all go on and do it, man.
Talk to us about the, what is the building called? Is it Entrada?
Yeah, Entrada.
Entrada.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Man, Entrada it's a musical term. Entrada is a musical term that I believe it is a transition in music, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go to my Google on this. I'm not sure if, please someone research and check that. It is a musical term though. And I didn't come up with that name. My partners, my development partners did.
Yeah, musical introduction or prelude.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I was right after all. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So it is a affordable housing, mixed use community that we've been fortunate enough to offer to Atlanta because, you know, we found that 90% of the people that work in Atlanta can't afford to live in Atlanta now.
90%?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People live on the outskirts of Atlanta now because, you know, I guess the good and the bad, you know, so many people have migrated to our city, making it a metropolis, and it has brought a lot of great things to the city. But one of the things that it has done that is negative is they brought they cost of living with them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like people move from New York, and you know, you move from New York to Atlanta and find out where you was paying $4,500 for a 2-bedroom, and you come down and find out that you in competition with somebody who paying $2,500 for a 4-bedroom. You're like, man, I give you $3,000.
Yeah.
So people just start overpaying and outprice the people who had been working there, living there for years, and you know, and now here we are.
I think last time you said you was looking for, was it a drugstore, a grocery store?
Looking for a grocery store, and I found one.
Okay.
Yeah, I found one. At least I believe we've gone as far as a verbal agreement for a grocery store to occupy the retail space that's at the ground level of Entrada, and I ain't gonna say their name right now because I don't want to mess nothing up. But I think I found one. And I think I have finally been able to offer fresh produce and groceries to the community. I hope I can get a pharmacy in there too.
Dope. And how big is it? How many?
143 units.
Ooh.
143 units of affordable housing. Yep.
I was gonna ask, how do you know with Atlanta? I noticed like traffic is crazy now in Atlanta. Getting to the airport is crazy. And,
it is.
Crime slowed down. It seemed like a lot in Atlanta recently.
I haven't paid much. I pay like crime. I pay attention to it week to week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the last couple of weeks, it's picked up. Oh. But you know, all in all, bro, the city is filled with beautiful people who have a phenomenal culture, and you know, even with the bad stuff, I feel like the outweighs it.
I want to go back there and try that for a minute, because it's 143 units, but you bought this property over a decade ago, right?
Yeah, 2013, 14.
Because I just want people to understand the process of how long it takes to get something like this going.
Yeah, man. I just bought the property. I didn't know what I was gonna do with it at the time, and there was a series of events that took place that brought a lot of things to my attention, like the statistic I told you. And affordable housing was a huge part of the city's initiative, and me having the opportunity of sitting next to Killer Mike on the transition team for the mayor of Atlanta at the time, which was Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, that set me alongside of some huge affordable housing developers. One of them which took us under his wing and mentored us as developers, and that was the legendary Noel Khalil. And God rest his soul, he kind of taught us the game and showed us a lot of things about it that we just didn't have any understanding or awareness of. And as we just began to connect the dots, we saw that this piece of property could offer as, you know, as such a benefit to the community, and you know, and we just began. That's when the dream was born.
Incredible. Everybody, you know, we have all these conversations about, you know, buying back the block, and you know, investing in your hood. Like you've done that in a major way,
man.
More than once.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, way more than one,
bro. It just, you know. I can't say I'm not, you know, I ain't have like a plan to do it that way. It just kind of like I have done things that put me in a position to be able to do it that way. You know what I mean?
It's like the evolution of New Finish, right?
Yeah, like so we started just buying houses, me and my uncle, buying houses, rehabbing them, buying lots of land, building houses, and then, you know, after the market crashed and I got out of prison, I said, well, now I'm gonna do it different. And so I started buying commercial, you know what I mean? And as I started buying commercial, then, you know, I started meeting people that were developers of, you know, of commercial, learning about multifamilies and mixed use and, you know, all those types of things. And simultaneously, the city is evolving, you know, and going vertical. So now it's like, you know, instead of building 6 houses in a row, you want to build a 6-story building. You know what I'm saying? So I just started to learn more about that portion of development.
Word. How difficult was it to make the Long Live OG Clay record?
How difficult was it? At the time when it was made, it wasn't difficult at all, because I made it like 2 days before the funeral.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I did it like 2 days before the funeral. I just we held on to it. Man, just ironically enough, young boy just reached out to me. He just reached out to me, and we like just started talking, because he was just asking my advice about stuff. You know what I'm saying? How to get into the movie business, and you know, like how to invest his money and stuff, and you know. And just asking me advice, and then he was like, in our conversation, he was like, man, I need to get you on something. And then he sent me some, and I told him like, hey man, I don't want to get on like none of that all that robbing, killing shit. I don't want to do that. I ain't getting in the middle of none of that shit. He was like, nah, OG, I would never do you like that. And he sent me some, and I listened to it. And at the time, that's all I could even think about. You know what I mean? So it just came out like, you know, first take. It wasn't really no thought involved. You know what I mean? It was really about like how to end it, Cause I would have went on forever. I had so much shit to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was really about bringing it to a close, sticking the landing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
When you lose people like OG Clay, or even a Cap or Falant, did that energy ever get filled in your life, or is it a constant hold there?
Man, it's definitely a constant hold. Man, I think, man, you get numb. You just kind of get numb, and you figure out ways to go about your day. And I kind of, I appreciate the things that are there more than I take notice of the things that are missing. You know what I mean? And I think that's the positive of it. It gives you a great appreciation for the things that are still present in your life. You know what I mean? And it makes you just value the time and the just the presence of motherfuckers, and show you how precious life is, how precious the loved ones we have, and how short the time we have with them is. But nah, you don't never like feel no holes. The hole just grows, and you learn to live with it.
You ever give yourself the proper opportunity to grieve?
I mean, what is the proper opportunity to grieve? Let's say if I said I gave myself an entire week, who says a week is enough? Let's say I said a month, who says a month is enough? So you know what I mean? Like, what is the proper opportunity? You just, you go through your process. You exist in that moment. You don't try to run away from the feelings you feeling. You know what I'm saying? You let yourself go through that process, and you present yourself as you are. You know, don't try to cover nothing up. Don't try to duck and hide from the pain that you feeling. You just go through it. You know what I mean? And as you go through it, you learn to live with it.
You think you'll ever tell your full, complete story? Like you? Because only you can truly tell it. You think you would ever tell it all?
Not all, nah. I won't tell it all. I think I tell as much as I feel would help the listener, and as much as I feel would be therapeutic to me. But some things, man, some things will never be spoken. Now, let me see. So there is an intention to do a one-man show. Where
like how Mike Tyson did this shit?
Yeah, where I have an opportunity to step out and not just perform music, but to tell a story and have the music kind of incorporate throughout, as a part of a narrative. And we were, so what I'm saying, I guess I tell you now, so that's what the stand-up shit was for. Stand-up shit was to prepare me for, to stand up and speak for an hour or more in front of a crowd, to just to know that I could do it. And as I get stronger in it now, I can evolve into my intention, which is a one-man show. And that's that's more like I guess man, I don't want to say a play. But
nah, Mike Tyson was on Broadway.
Yeah,
I saw that myself. That shit was dope.
Yeah, so what I'm saying. So that's kind of where I see my performance going. And I kind of took a stab at it with the orchestra show that we did December 30th, which went phenomenally, by the way. So I see an orchestra and me and story, in and out of songs, jokes, you know what I'm saying? And do that for about 2.5 hours. And, I feel like that to me that's where I see my career going, rather than just hopping around on Rolling Loud stages. You know what I mean? I just feel like that kind of calls on more of my strengths and gifts than, just going and, trying to go on tour with 21 Savage and so on. And so forth. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's more age appropriate for me.
All right, but that's the lesson to be learned, right? Because that's why I don't judge none of these rappers now. Because if you would have judged Tip 20 plus years ago,
Man, please.
or Gucci, or Jeezy, any of these dudes, like look at where y'all are now, how y'all have evolved, how y'all grown as men.
God is good.
That's right.
Now, is comedy your number one love now, or is it still music?
Man, I really do love it. I mean, like I can't take. It's a different type of love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a son and a daughter. You know what I'm saying? I really do love it. You love something when you do it for free. You feel me? When
What you mean for free?
I mean, shit. I go and do comedy. I just go grab the mic and do that shit for free sometimes. Just because, it feel good to me. There's a peace. There's a peace and a sense of therapy there.
Well, that's also how you know you're rich.
Okay.
Okay, that's what that means.
Okay. I mean, touche. But yeah, man. But yeah, I love that shit, bro. And the Ha Ha Mafia, we still out there putting in work. We gonna be matter of fact, we gonna be at Tommy T's in Oakland. At the end of this month, I believe what it is, the 30th, 31st and the 1st or something like that. We'll be out there, man, right outside of Oakland. And, we shit, man, we still tearing down stages and shit. I'm going to put together a time to do my special. I'm gonna do a special.
That's gonna be the one man show, or you gonna just do
comedy?
No,
it's just gonna be comedy, straight
special,
comedy. Yeah. And we just shot 15 episodes of a stand-up series, which is sort of like Def Comedy Jam or so on and so forth. It's called Ha Ha Mafia in the Trap, and we filmed it at the Trap Music Museum. And it's like a host with 3 comedians. Probably about a 30-minute episode. We did 15 of them. You feel me? We shot that independently. We also have departments on All Black. You know what I mean? That we wrote it, directed it, produced myself, DC Young Fly, Lil Duval, Carlo Miller, and the Ha Ha Mafia. About to do the sequel.
Okay.
About to do the sequel later on this year. And also in pre-production for a romantic comedy that we wrote and I will direct, and me and Terrence J will produce it and star in it. It's called Situationships. So you know what I'm saying, we just trying to stay working.
What's up with the PSC album? I thought y'all.
Yeah, PSC album. We about to put some shit out soon, man. You know what, man? Like, hey. With so many, like the problem is we don't know how many different partnerships we will have to support all of these things. You know what I mean? Like everybody down to do it, but shit, we got to figure out the business part of it as far as, okay, who we gonna do it with? We know DJ Drama, we gonna do a Gangsta Grill with him, and we got, some intentions to consider some opportunities in a situation that's around DJ Drama. But I think, they got to get themselves in pocket where they can present the right opportunity.
Don't mind me, I'm getting up because we got some your wife and your daughter here, so we got to set up the chairs.
Hell no, man. You serious?
So
Tip said he about to go.
Yeah.
Tip been here an hour already.
Man.
Tip about to wrap up. You can't tell him about to wrap up.
I see
them. Y'all out your mind.
The hot club, when you say like, they mean they here already?
They here. They coming upstairs.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool, man.
Well, we can end on this question. What does success look like for your kids in your eyes?
What does success look like for my kids and my doing what they love and earning a living, like being able to take care of themselves, doing the things that they love, the things that fulfill their passion. You know what I mean? Allowing them to follow their dreams and just create, to create from their minds things that earn profit for them. That's, to me, that's success on any level. Not being forced to do something that you really don't want to do just to get paid, just to feed yourself.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, that's success on any level.
All right. Well, let's get into the record. I thought they was upstairs. Do you have that problem a lot where they say they ready, but they ain't really ready?
Yeah.
But it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes is 40 minutes or 20 minutes is an hour.
Man, my old lady worse than the weed, man. You know what I'm saying? She'll tell right outside, you see me. You see me. Man, god damn, bro.
Well, I try to sit up. They said they would come upstairs. I tried to sit up. I guess they lied. But all right, well, let's
get
get
into Long Live OG Clay, man.
Yeah,
Long live
man.
OG
And
Clay.
thanks for all the support, man. You know what I mean? Everybody who been supporting it. You know, I think that this is probably the most important record that we dropped on Grand Hustle, and we appreciate everybody, man, fucking with us with it. And this is to celebrate the life and the legacy of somebody incredibly important to me.
Yes, sir.
And incredibly important to the careers of so many people from Atlanta in this generation going into the next one, all right? So long live OG Clay featuring my partner, NBA Youngboy. You did.
Right. Well, they did arrive.
Okay,
They
yes,
did
yes,
arrive.
yes, they did.
T.I.
They
was
did,
right.
They did.
Because they said y'all were
did.
8 minutes out and it was like 20, and T.I. was like, that's usually what happens.
Tiny
yeah?
Tip say you worse than the weed man.
What?
When it comes to being late.
I'm getting better.
So how is it having a young, well, all your kids are in the music industry? We asked T.I. how he felt about it. How do you feel about having all your kids in the industry, and you know how this industry can be?
Yeah, I mean, I hate it for some just because, I mean, it's scary. The rap game is scary. You know what I'm saying? And I have a little wild child, too. So, you know, I hate it for him, but I know he loves it. And it's getting, you know, music's, you know, evolving a lot. So I'm starting to really, really like it. But for her, I love it because I'm watching her grow and go and get into her mode, you know. And I'm helping her and we're grooming her. She's, you know, I'm taking her through all the steps of artist development, for sure. You know.
Is she listening, or are the kids listening? Because, you know, sometimes they don't want to listen to the parents. They be like, I got this. I'll figure it out on my own.
So, you know what? She listens, but sometimes she get aggravated a little bit because I'm like, no, do it again. No, that wasn't right. And, you know, so I get somebody else. I put other people in place to help her with a lot of that so they can do it and they can go through it. And they know how to, you know, baby her through it a little better than me.
When they that young, how do you know that this is something they really want to do and not just the face?
Well, this is something that she started doing with me. Like, when she started like really singing, she was like 2, and I think I was doing like solo stuff, and she would go out and she would want to get on the stage with me. So we started putting the mic up with my background singers, and she would be back there singing. So after that, like when she got 3, she was really like wanting to go. She never wanted to miss a stage moment. So it's something that she actually wanted to do herself. I didn't really put her in it.
What does success for the kids look like to you, Tiny? I asked Tip the same question, but what does success for the kids look like to you?
Well, if they can be happy, doing what they love, and just, you know, reaching some of their goals or some of the things that they really want to do in, you know, in this industry, and just being successful. You know, she says she want to be an astronaut.
The astronaut, okay. You want to be an astronaut?
I want to be an astronaut.
I love it. Who's more annoying when it comes to making music? Is mommy or daddy more annoying? She's looking at daddy. She's looking at mommy.
She's thinking who she needs something for. Who she needs something from soon.
You can say both.
50-50. 60-40.
On
whose side? 60 mama?
But wait.
Probably me, because she sees me doing more music and dealing with her mostly with music. So it's probably me.
Whose music do you like more, mommy or daddy?
Some tough questions.
Okay, so I have to go with mommy because I only know a few songs of daddy.
That might be a good thing.
Why does she only know a few songs? You ain't introduced to the catalog?
Nah.
Never too early for trap music, Tip.
Nah.
Well, some of that language he has in there is a little too early for her.
But, you know, it just doesn't apply to her life. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of it.
But a lot of our language too. I mean, I guess it doesn't. You know, it's a little too early too. But she loves it all. Like she comes singing all these songs that I never show her. She knows our whole catalog. songs that's not
I just
singles.
listen to them.
Yeah.
Just listen. Do you get nervous at all when you're on stage? Because you look so natural. Like it doesn't bother you, affect you? No? Not at all? Not scared at all?
Not really. No, not really.
No, like when we have concerts, she comes to me and be like, "Am I going on stage?" And I'm like, we didn't plan for that, and you know, but she's always wanting to be out there on the stage.
How do you know when you're pushing it too hard?
How I know when I'm pushing her too hard? Because she'll let me know. She'll get aggravated. But, you know, we may be in the middle of something like recording. And, you know, I might be like, do it again, you know. And she'll get aggravated. But she's going to have to, in order to get the best, we got to continue doing it. So I may let her take a break or something, you know.
Let me take a break for 5 minutes.
That's 5 minutes is good.
How much time you
3 and
need?
2.
How much time you need, you think?
10.
10?
You sing better than mommy?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
I know, you just said I was your favorite singer. Now you singing better than me. Okay, I love
No,
it.
you my favorite singer, but I sing better.
Okay.
Boy, y'all got hell on y'all head. What does success look like for you, young Harris? Like, what's your goals?
Just my goal is to be smart and be an astronaut and a singer.
Okay.
An astronaut and a singer.
I can sing to the aliens.
I love that. You can do that.
You can sing to the alien, that's right. Well, just have fun. Just have fun and
Absolutely.
enjoy the process of all of this. That's all. You live a blessed life.
That's right. Is there one thing that you want that mommy and daddy haven't gotten for you yet?
A spaceship.
She said yes. But you got a Cybertruck.
They got
Your daddy
spaceship
a
money,
Cybertruck.
too.
It's
I
kind
want
of
you to
like
know
a
that.
spaceship.
It's a car, not a ship.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
A spaceship goes up into the air. A car stays down underground.
You right. You right.
Okay.
I was wrong. You right.
You
Somebody, do you have anything that you want to tell them about that you put out, or that you want people to go and support? Do you have a song or something that you would like people to go listen to?
Yes.
Or what is it called?
It's called BU.
It's called BU?
Yeah.
With Van.
Yeah, with Van, and go listen to it. You can listen to it on YouTube Kids, regular YouTube, Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music, and everywhere else.
Let's play it right now.
You want to introduce it?
Let's play it to
Introduce
100
the world.
markets. You about to get played in 100 cities right now.
That's right. So introduce it to the world. Tell them your name and the name of the song, and let's go.
My name is Arce, and the name of the song is BU
With
Van.
That's right.
On the Breakfast Club. And we
That's right.
appreciate you guys for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
y'all so much.
Let's
man.
get into the joint right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.